Woo! Everybody, hello, Nomad Nation. Sorry, I should have specified who I'm talking to. Welcome back to another episode of the Nomad Gamers podcast. You Fireball, Zanar, Crestrider, stepping in for Godfather.
You're a little off kilter, aren't you?
A little off kilter, yeah.
I do want to say something before we get started.
I'm gonna kill you.
Fuck you. And there goes our monetization because I cussed within the first minute.
Yeah, you had to wait until the minute was up, man.
Hey, if Gaz had been here, it'd have been in the first 12 seconds, so...
Yeah, but I do want to apologize for those who were waiting for Tuesday's episode or Wednesday's episode to drop. That episode kind of got canked because we had a bunch of stuff going on. We didn't get time to record, so I do apologize for that.
Real life has been a struggle.
Real life has been a struggle.
Yeah.
But, go ahead, Chuggy, take it away.
To our YouTube viewers, thank you. I love it. I love seeing the views pop up. I love seeing comments pop up. I want more of it. Give us more interaction. I don't care if it's you telling us it sucks. Just something, please. More of it. You can say your voice sucks, and I hope you step on a Lego. I don't care. Just say it though. You know, that's all. You know, just interact with it. Tell us what you like about things. Tell us what you don't. It helps us improve so we can become better at this.
Shit.
The whole thing. I swear to Christ, if you somehow fucked something up, I'm gonna
I
lose. Your fucking
up.
audio, isn't it?
Yeah.
You mother! I'm not gonna peek out the mic. I promised myself to be a better person, so that means no more yelling or barking.
We gotta do the intro again. They didn't hear any of that.
I'm gonna beat you to death with a tire iron. All right, fine. No.
Well, hey,
at
least
we're keeping this in. I'm pausing it. Take two. I'm leaving it in. Take two. Hello and welcome back to the Nomad Gamers podcast. You have myself, Kaiser Chungus, Zanar Crestrider, and Fireball 123D. And today we make up your Nomad Gamers. I just want to start out by saying it is actually. And ironically, it's going in this video first. I want to give a shout out to our YouTube viewers. Thank you. I love seeing the view count skyrocket up. I love seeing comments come out. I want to see more criticism. I would like you guys to genuinely, besides like, oh, it's good, or I like that, I do want to see what you guys genuinely think about things. Like if it was like this was a shit episode, you suck, you should really stick to your day job. And it's like, okay, cool. Make sure it's constructive criticism too, though. I want to specify that. You know, things that we can improve upon, things that we can do better. Obviously, like we're always trying to grow and improve ourselves to bring you better content. That's what we want to do. We want to make sure this is a great viewing experience for you guys. So thank you, YouTubers, YouTube viewership. Speaking on the Facebook front, it's kind of probably confusing because I threw up 4. 2 more followers. We are inching ever so more close to that 100 follower goal so we can start going live on Facebook. Thank you guys. Keep smashing that like button. Keep following. Keep sharing us around. Keep commenting. We love to see it. We love to hear it. We love doing this. This is so much. We're just bros. We're just dudes who like doing this, just hanging out. And Sweet Katie Pie as well. Not a bro, not a dude, but likes doing this still too. So yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate that. Thank you. I thought of it on the fly. Today we are going to be, still talking Shire talk. We're still just going off general things, general vibes. You know what I'm saying? So I do have some exciting news for those console players. You PlayStation 5 owners, you Xbox Series X owners. There is for those who might be interested, there is not even that. Actually, that's a third thing. Ready or Not.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Ready or Not's coming to.
Yeah, Ready or Not is coming to
console,
PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Now, for those of you who don't know what Ready or Not is, It is a how do you say, a tactical SWAT shooter. Really? Was that the way I want to say that? Do you think that's the way I should say that?
Yeah, it's a tactical SWAT shooter.
I don't think that's like the. It's a tactical first-person shooter.
It's a SWAT.
Sorry.
It is.
But
a
it's
SWAT
you
shooter.
play as SWAT members in the not LA County, but just in the
Yep.
California.
It is the
So-
most.
Squad-based, mission-focused shooter.
Yes, there you go.
It's a very
Um,
realistic, and it is very like
It is
it's
pretty decent.
some of the missions you play are very.
They're
real
based
world.
off of real world events of that took place. Like you get
So
to
it just
go-
became a simulator.
Essentially, it's
Essentially,
not like
yeah.
directly risk. It's like very. It's a spiritual successor to SWAT games, like the old SWAT games, like SWAT 4 and all that back in the day. But like something you can do Ruby Ridge. You can do. There's certain things you can, certain missions you can go in there and do. There's like this one about. I'm not gonna get too graphic. Actually, now that I think about it, like
You're talking
explaining
about the Valley of the Dolls one.
Valley of the Dolls one, which is a
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, no, don't even
We're
bring
not gonna
that
talk
up. We
about that,
can't.
but it
Yeah, no.
is coming to console. Not a wow, I can't speak English. Man, English is really hard right now. There's no confirmed date for release as of now, but it is sometime in the summer. So at least there is that expectation. Sometime before August, basically, is when we'll expect that to come out. It is going to come with cross-platform play, so there is that as well. So that'll be pretty great. That'll be pretty fun. Besides that, another little tidbit. You Fireball? You're muted yourself.
Yep, he's muted. Yeah, all it says is coming this summer so far.
Yeah. You
I know I'm
chose.
not-
I can't unmute you. You have to unmute yourself. I don't know how you did. There you
Oh.
go.
There we go.
Sorry.
I don't know why.
I literally tried
I-
to unmute him and said, the guests chose to mute themselves. You cannot unmute
No.
them. Like, well,
I unplugged my studio mic because I'm on my headset,
mhm.
and so it just.
Your
I
studio mic is
unplugged-
way better. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the studio mic was way better. And now you're muted.
Okay, now
There you go.
There you go.
I will say you and I need to play Ready or Not together
We really do. It's so much fun.
because I played it by myself and I had so much fun doing a solo play, but I feel like it'd be a lot better trying to actually be tactical with other people instead of relying on the AI to actually do most of the heavy lifting.
I will be perfectly honest. I found out about this game 4 minutes ago.
Oh, it's
No,
I'd
this
never
is-
heard of it before.
This is one of those games where it's been in like pre-production for a very long time. Was in alpha for so long. It technically fully released in 21. I say fully released. You were able to purchase it, but it was the alpha build of the game still, and it was still fun. It was still good. It has a lot of content, and they're still releasing stuff for it. It
I
actually
will say,
just recently released a entire DLC for the game, adding on like a ton more missions, more things.
I
to
just
do.
bought the DLC for it too.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those games where if you enjoy the slow, methodical action shooters, then you.
My
will
only-
enjoy this.
My only problem with this is I know how you and I communicate on a telepathic basis. We're gonna try to be serious about it, and one of us is gonna get the bright idea and the smug look of shooting each other in the back.
Honestly, it'd just be pepper spray. or
Time
something
to team
like that, I'm not
kill.
gonna lie.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
team.
wonder-
I don't team kill unless
No,
it's
no,
like
no,
in
no.
a funny moment. You know what I mean? Like it has to be comedic. It
Exactly.
has to be comedic.
Yeah,
I
but
can't
me
just
getting
do
ready-
it.
Me getting ready to breach a door, and you're like,
All right, you have the shield. I'm like, all right, are you ready? Go, go
So-
in there.
You know what happens in shooters when it's a team-based game and I end up playing with somebody else? What ends up happening is I'm the mobile respawn beacon because they rush in,
hey,
get
don't
themselves
even
killed,
go there.
and I have to sit there out of
this-
combat.
Is somebody talking about Ghost Recon Breakpoint right now?
No,
Yes.
actually,
No.
that hasn't been too bad.
Okay.
Though there has been a little bit of that. This harkens all the way back to my Halo days. From that point on, everybody that I have played with,
so-
they're like, rushing in, getting killed, and they're like, "Oh, I'm dead."
You're telling me if we do the lasso challenge, you'll just be this mobile respawn beacon.
No, because one of the skulls is if a player dies, it
checkpoint.
resets back to
Go
checkpoint.
back to checkpoint.
Oh.
And
And
one
if
of the
that skull is
skulls is
on
there's
when
no
you're
checkpoint. You're back to the beginning.
No, that's only if you're solo. It's the same skull, but if you're solo, you go to back to the start of the level. If you're playing with co-op, it's back to the checkpoint. That's why lasso with people is way easier. But that being said, fuck you. I'm not playing lasso with you. You will team kill, and I know it. You can't help it, and it's
not
okay.
if we're doing lasso. It's funny it's funny if we're not doing skulls.
I know.
Especially if you fill it. Especially if you pick up like a gravity hammer and I won it.
You're just one of the Marines at that point. If you won't hand over the weapon, he's gonna off you and take it.
Yeah.
Oh lordy.
I think everybody's done that in Halo once or twice.
Of course,
Ended up with all the Marines on you because they got mad at you for killing all of the.
No. You want to know what he did to me the first time we played Halo? He was like, we were playing Combat Evolved on MCC, and he goes, "Hey, what I want you to do is once you go and get your weapon from leaving the bridge, I want you to go back and punch Captain Keyes." So I'm like, "Wait, you can team kill in this game? Okay." So I went and did it, and then the unkillable Marines just walk in and start waffle stomping me while he's
fucking
hiding.
entire bridge just turns on him, starts shooting them.
While he's hiding, like, you know the little glass area of the bridge where you got the two people like at the con. He's hiding underneath that ladder as he's like, "Go get them, beat their ass." And I'm sitting there like, I run out of ammo, so I'm sitting there punching them, and they're not dying.
You know, sometimes I forget how young you guys are. Where your first interaction with Halo 1 is the Master Chief Collection.
It's not for me.
No, it wasn't. Not for me.
For me, I can tell you the exact. I was 4 years old. The Xbox.
I was 8
That
years
was
old.
not. That was not 4. I believe I was 6 years old, and it was Combat Evolved. Combat Evolved. If I can speak properly, English is hard. Sorry. But no, I legitimately fell in love with Halo at a very young age, and it has shaped me in many ways. Many ways.
Speaking of Halo, before I forget this, so Chungus downloaded Infinite Warfare on my Xbox.
Yes.
So I've been playing through the campaign for the first time, and I noticed something because there's been a lot of people talking about like game companies suing each other because of intellectual property infringement and stuff. Wasn't there, looking at the drop ships for the UNSA, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Their drop ships look just like Pelicans.
They're
very similar, yeah. It's
so once upon a time we would have called that an Easter egg. Yeah. Nowadays, everybody's starting to get patents for game mechanics just so they can go after competition, and that's an entire mess I don't even want to talk about right now.
Right, but it's
very
like
frustrating.
I know, like, I don't know where the fine line was between, you know, paying homage to somebody like that, paying homage to a game like that, and being butthurt because they use the same design in your game.
Yeah, here I'm gonna for people who may want to see this, I'm gonna pull up a image for folks to view here in this. Oh, go away, ad! I don't want to learn more. Fucking bullshit.
But I found that so weird. I'm like, with how similar they were, I'm kind of surprised like Microsoft didn't go after Activision for that.
I mean, nowadays they're all under the same umbrella, so no big deal. But yeah, back in the day, well,
Infinite Warfare came out in what, 2018?
Infinite Warfare came out in 2016.
2016?
Or 2017. 2016 or 2017.
It's hard to say because it wasn't quite as much of a Wild West at that point, but
can people see?
Yeah, there's definitely some similarities.
You see this? This is the Raven. This is what the there are some similarities. What's up?
I said that's what the dropship looks like.
Yeah, their transport ship. And yeah, it looks fairly similar, but it also is different enough that it's like generic sci-fi fucking
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I do see similarities, but also it's kind of hard to be like, well, my Bungie fucking made the Pelicans first, right? So of course it's like other things are going to look similar to that because people base what that looks like going forward. It's kind of like how the Dark Souls franchise made an entire genre of games, Souls likes. Like they don't sue people based off of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, but that also brings me back to the whole, like you said, they're Souls-like games. Talking back to Schedule 1 and DDS.
Like they're similar, but they're not the same.
They're similar, but they're not the same. So I don't like.
Because there's a difference between stealing assets and being inspired by.
And that's just it. Game companies steal from each other ideas all the time, and everything is derivative of everything. And it's just something you accept in the entertainment industry, whether it be books, TV, movie, video games. It's all going to draw inspiration and pay homage to something out there.
Yeah. And I think right now, and I feel like, because I remember talking about this back in high school in my music theory classes, we're starting to get to that point in video games where there is no new idea for video games.
We've been in that way for media for a long time. Seeing something truly new and unique is exceedingly rare and difficult to do. Right. Because just so much stuff has been produced.
Because that's the point I'm making, is like we were talking about in music theory class how there hasn't been a new piece of music created in like 300-400 years.
Not true. There is still classical music being made to this day. It's just not as popular. It's not what people think of when they think of classical music, as in the sense of like Mozart, Beethoven, these composers from back in the day. You have modern day composers still making classical music that's still really good.
Right, but it's a variation. But what I'm trying to say is, let's not jump down the music rabbit hole. This is the thing I'm trying to say is, there can be variations of games out there, but there isn't anything really new coming out.
Well, to go back to the music for just a second, like video games, there's only so many potential notes you can play. There's only so many ideas with video games. You can put them in different orders, but eventually things are going to start to sound like other things because you can only mix and match them so many times.
And that's when we come into the creation of different types of instruments, like new instruments that get made for this specific.
And that's
like the whole music
where
thing
the presentation comes to be important. It's not what story you're telling, it's how you're telling it, how the player interacts. Those are the things you have control of, and those are the things that are going to make or break a game.
However, I will also say, and we're all kind of squirrel braining. It's kind of hard when you have 3 people that have ADHD all trying to.
I'm not diagnosed, so technically I don't. And we don't know that for sure. So
okay, closeted.
I'm not saying closet. I'm just not diagnosed. I'm never going to be. Don't need that.
Okay, but
you know what I mean?
I didn't realize how many celebrities were in the
Call of Duty franchise.
Infinite Warfare campaign alone.
5 or 6, actually, I believe. Technically, if you really want to get into it, there's like 8 or 12. 8 to 12, because you have like Lewis Hamilton from F1. You have Kit Harington from Game of Thrones.
Conor
McGregor. Literally it's the voice actors. Some of the voice actors, like the
guy who plays Ethan.
Your usuals, Nolan North, Troy Baker, all those guys.
You know what's funny? You say that.
I don't think Nolan North is in this.
Nolan North is not in this one. He sounds very similar though. And
right, but it's those types of guys that are they're in everything.
Yeah. But it's like I didn't really notice how many celebrities were in there until I started playing the campaign. I'm like, oh, there's Lewis. Oh, I'm getting my face pummeled by Conor McGregor. Oh, that's Jon Snow.
Or like David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Nording. David Harwood actor. I mean, you have a lot of people.
It's like
Henry Cavill's in there, by the way. You didn't know he voices some characters.
I heard this was a long time ago, but I heard Henry Cavill play Space Marines too.
Yeah, do you not know
Henry Cavill deserves to play
biggest,
whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, he's the biggest Warhammer nerd. If you didn't know that.
No, I didn't.
Oh, dude, Superman! Oh my God, you didn't know that?
You want to get into celebrity nerds that deserve to be a celebrity nerd or nerd? That is going to be Henry Cavill without exception.
If you've ever heard any of any of his, like, when he's researching the characters he's actually going for, like Superman, reading the comics, or like with The Witcher, reading the books to make sure he understands the character. It's like, wait. That's not how that's supposed to go in the story. We should do it this way to be accurate to the source material, and that's why he left the Witcher show. By the way, if you didn't know that, because they were starting to deviate from that, and we want to tell our own story using these characters. And he's like, "Fuck you, use the source material."
I didn't know that Lance Reddick was a huge Destiny nerd until after he died.
Yeah, he was a Warlock main, by the way.
Yeah, Warlock on top.
It was. Well, are you?
Hey, now, Guardian. We can't specify on what Guardian games is anymore because the game's dead.
The game's not dead, unfortunately.
No, the game's dead.
It still has a pulse. You know what I mean? It's still...
Destiny was the biggest
disappointment. Yeah, me too.
not so much disappointment as
you say disappointment, but
it had so much potential, and then they came out and they wanted to do their big reset, moving to Destiny 2, and they just we've got all of this content back here that people like to do. We're just gonna throw it all away.
Don't do this to me. Don't bring back the memories.
So
it's been a year. It's almost been a year since I've touched the game.
In other news this week,
hold on. Before we get off this topic,
I wish flashbacks.
I wish I would have gotten into Destiny sooner, because I wish I would have played the Red War. I wish I would have played what Destiny 1 was like. But the thing is being a game like that and having parents that didn't really like spending their money on video games, having a free game come out and then you have to buy expansions for it was kind of hard to keep up with.
Yeah, especially when those expansions were pretty predatory in terms of how they market towards the gamers. Trust me, I'm very well aware of how much money Destiny in and of itself costs. I've checked. It's too much. It's way too much money.
How much money have you sunken into it?
I don't want to talk about it.
You could probably put a down payment on the car.
You know what? I'm on the house at this point. I'm actually gonna look up for you right now my my Steam information to tell you how much money I've spent on Steam.
Well, didn't you? Okay, hold on. So you bought it on Steam and you have it on PlayStation.
So hold on, let's specify this right now. I had Destiny 1 on PlayStation 3 when it came up with the PS4, and I got a PS4. I got it on PS4. And then Destiny 2, I got it on PS4. And then I had to rebuy it on the PC. Got that as well. Mind you, the DLCs and everything don't transfer. Characters don't transfer. Also bought it on an Xbox. I own Destiny 2 on every single platform. All the DLCs up until Blast City.
Chungus
is what I have. On all the platforms, PlayStation and PC, I have every single expansion. Like I pre-ordered the special edition for Lightfall on PlayStation, and then switched to PC. Bought it on PC as well.
So you had to restart your Titan over.
No. Character progression was the same. I just didn't have access to DLC.
Oh, okay.
The content access did not transfer.
Character development did though.
Yes.
So you mentioning going to Steam reminded me of something that popped up this week. You can view how much money you have spent on Steam.
That's what I'm doing right now. That's why
I just pulled mine up.
You've been on Steam longer than I have, so I'm actually interested to see what yours is.
My Steam account has existed since 2005, I think.
Gonna be beat by 12 years. 2017. So I was like, oh man.
Yeah, those numbers kind of make me feel bad.
Sure, remember.
How much money did you spend, Crush Rider?
Total spend amount as of April 18th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. and 40 seconds is $6,760.96. Keep in mind, I buy most of my stuff on sale.
Oh, speaking of that, so I tried playing, like, you know how on Game Pass you can get access to the old Xbox 360 games like Banjo Tooie, Banjo.
Yes.
Like, I went to try to play Banjo Tooie, and I can't get into it because it makes me re-log into my Xbox.
So you owned the Xbox Live Arcade versions of those games from the Xbox 360 or Xbox One because it was available for both.
Because I had Game Pass.
Are you trying to do this on PC or Xbox?
Xbox. I'm actually trying to do it through I'm trying to do it through the Xbox app through my Backbone.
So that may be the problem. Those games were never made available for PC, and the Backbone itself may be trying to do a PC version of it, and that may be why it's failing. Because I know during the Xbox One days, those games were re-released as part of the Rare Replay, and it was kind of annoying in a sense because I had already gotten all the achievements in Banjo-Kazooie on the Xbox Live Arcade version. And I went back through and played, and I wanted all the achievements for the Rare Replay version. And they're like, no, it's just this version of the game.
You know what's funny is they class Banjo-Kazooie as a platformer.
It is.
It is. It's a 3D
Banjo-Kazooie is a platformer.
Oh. God, I don't remember playing.
So how much did you say you spent on yours?
Almost $6,800.
You probably have that in just Destiny alone.
Shut up! No, it's not quite that much.
Considering all the silver he's bought into, he's not taking.
I don't want to talk about it. Legitimately though, $4,500.
And Destiny alone.
No. Half of that is Destiny.
Now I
have spent $2,100 in Destiny 2. I do not want to talk about it.
Is that counting silver?
That is counting silver as well. Yeah.
Okay, so my Steam account has existed since January 29th, 2005. And it's real easy to tell because if you look at your years of service badge on your profile, it'll tell you, when you mouse over it, it'll tell you your start date. So we've got 20 years of time at $6,800.
Remember since October 7th, 2017.
So I spend on average $340 a year on Steam.
Well, and that's probably that's how many games do you get out of it? Because like you said, you get
dude, sales and everything. That's a lot.
I do a lot of sales. Some of it is DLC, of course. Some of it is I do the occasional microtransaction here and there, but I'm not big into microtransactions. They irritate me. But games that I spend a significant amount of time in, I am not afraid to spend a little bit more money in because those developers have brought me a lot of entertainment and I've gotten a lot of value out of what I have paid. So if I can throw some more money back at them and they keep supporting or making games that I enjoy, I'm okay with that. Because those businesses exist to make money. And, you know, as a consumer of their product, I want them to continue making good products.
And like we talked about this last time, is microtransactions are okay. When I say microtransactions, I'm talking like
$5 and under?
Yeah. Anything above that, I don't believe, like...
It's DLC. Price-wise, it's DLC, and that's ridiculous.
And that was honestly the first nail on the coffin for Diablo 4 for me when it came out and it had sets for every class that were $25 a piece. I just paid full price for this game. Why do you want me to pay $200 on top of that just to make my character look good?
They've got microtransactions in Assassin's Creed Shadows.
They've had microtransactions.
That's Ubisoft.
Hold on.
That's Ubisoft though, dog.
I know, but just listen to this, okay? I don't even think there's a multiplayer for, and they had it in, I believe they had it in Mira. They've had it in a lot of the newer Assassin's Creed games.
They have had it in every Ubisoft game for the last 10 years.
Over. Yeah, easily.
At least.
You can buy camp supplies with real world money to help progress to help push you forward when it comes to like upgrading your camp and stuff like that. And
right. All of those shortcut things are in the game, but at the same time they are very much not necessary. They're just a time saver. So that'd be something like for people like me who have only so much time to play. The idea is I don't want to spend the time grinding, so I'm going to just pick up that little pack and move on with my experience of the story. Joke's on them. I've got ADHD and I'll run around collecting shit all day long.
I think that's the reason why I liked Valhalla so much, because I've talked to a lot of people. Valhalla is one of their least favorites.
I did not play enough of it to form an opinion, personally.
My favorite thing was, again, ADHD, I would hyperfixate on raiding, so then I could go and upgrade my camp. So that's what I would do. So I feel like I found a lot of enjoyment in that, is because I was able to do that. I also like the fact that you were able to one-shot assassinate anything.
See, and that's a toggle in the games now, is you can switch back and forth between the gear-based damage or just flat, the old style where you connect with somebody, you're going to off them. And before we actually get back to news this week, I would just point out that I would have an opinion on Shadows, but I haven't played enough of it yet because I'm still playing Monster Hunter.
Dude, yeah. There's too many. Last year was a drought for games, and you were just like stuck to a couple games that you went back and forth to. This year is like, I literally don't have time to play this other game that's also really fucking good.
I've got a month and I would say a month and 3 days, but I bought the deluxe version of the game, so it's coming with 3 days early access. I've only got a month to play until the game that I'm waiting for comes out. So I'm trying to play everything that I want to before that sucks. That's my fantasy life.
Oh.
I don't know what's coming out in a month. Oh my god, it's April.
May 21st is its release date. But if you buy the deluxe version, which I bought for all the stuff that came with it, I didn't even realize it had 3 days of early access until I went back and looked at it again.
I haven't played Assassin's Creed Shadow myself, but I've watched someone play it. One of my favorite YouTubers, shout out Kaif. But I watched him play it, and I enjoyed it. I mean, his and I's kind of opinion on the game is a little bit different, but just from what I saw from his gameplays, I really enjoyed it. The story is pretty well written, I think.
Watching somebody play it is what encouraged me to purchase it, because it looked like a lot of fun, and it's like Ghost of Tsushima. An opportunity to explore ancient Japanese countryside is never going to be a miss.
I have one complaint about the game, just real quick. It's just the voice acting for me. The voice acting is really bad.
Switch it over to Japanese, you'll never have a problem.
You know what? I did that with Ghost of Tsushima, and I should have did this with Assassin's Creed. You're 100% correct. As soon as I heard, when I first played Ghost of Tsushima, and I heard Jen fucking speaking English, and I was like, no, that's not right.
Do you want an ancient Japan setting-based game to sound good? Switch it to Japanese. It will sound.
And I will say
just like Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter. I just want to. You scroll braid me, and I'm so sorry. legitimately with the
ADHD.
way that the mouth animations work within the monster specifically world, they never matched up in English. You switch it to Japanese, and it starts to match up. I'm
See,
just saying.
And I would say I know what you're talking about, but I've never played the game in English. It's always been in Japanese. So.
I used to play the game in English. I still do now, only because I genuinely forgot I could switch languages in the game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just started playing it. No. I chose English. It was like, I'm ready to kill monsters. Who the fuck cares? I'm not listening to any of this. For the sanctity of this ecosystem, shut the fuck up. That's a new pair of boots. Come on.
I will say this. Moving forward, spoiler warning for Shadows, because I do want to talk about Shadows real quick. I do love the way that they, we got the sneak peek of having a black samurai, and everybody was so upset about having a black samurai. Oh, it's not in correlation with historical events. But in the story, I like how they incorporated him being in that game.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty well done in terms of actually including. And I'll say this again, for any people who are like, that's not real to history. Again, we can reiterate the other previous conversations we had about this. It's not realistic that the Pope had a fucking apple that mind controlled people, right? The apple of Eden. And then you, as Ezio, go and beat up the fucking Pope and get away with it.
But again, they do go back, they do talk about, slave times and how Yusuke? Is that how you say his name? Yusuke?
But the thing is, real history doesn't matter.
Right.
It's
just the setting to tell the story.
It's just the setting.
Yeah. But it's still, they did a really good job in incorporating him and giving him a good backstory.
I will say this, though. It would, to play devil's advocate, even though my opinion on this already, but to play devil's advocate, I do understand the arguments to a slight degree, right? Because it would be the same reaction as if they made Bayek white, or there was a white guy in when I say white guy, I mean one of the main characters was a fucking Roman or a Greek guy, right? And he was just white. I get it, but also at the same time, that'd be awesome. You telling me white boy caught the vibe and started hanging out with the Egyptians? All right, cool. I fucks with it. Come on. It's Assassin's Creed here. We're not talking about the first Assassin's Creed where they did try to be historically accurate to a certain degree to sell it. They sold us on that idea of it being historically accurate within the fiction. Then Assassin's Creed 2 took a dive. It took a left turn. Then you get to Brotherhood. Then you get to Revelations. You get to 3. Come on now. You telling me George Washington helped a Native American kill white people? People need to realize why they are arguing for something and not just argue and complain for the sake of doing so, right?
It is an unfortunate side effect of the culture that we all love, being gamers, is gamers are toxic as hell.
Yeah.
They are spoiled little children who want everything to be exactly the way they want it and can't stand the thought of anything other than their perfect little bubble.
Oh, absolutely. Sorry to change. So I'm gonna either write it down so I don't forget it, or I'm changing it so I can talk about it real quick. Fuck you! You said the magic words. Toxicity. Speaking of toxicity, this is multi-layered. There's 2 parts to this. First part: Bungie making Marathon PvE PvP extraction shooter. Don't worry, I'm not excited about it. I don't like extraction shooters. With that being said, Marathon, like most extraction shooters, have proxy chat. Marathon will not have proxy chat because it'd be way too toxic.
I
just want to state that is literally the whole point of the game. There is a content creator out there, the Burnt Peanut.
Yeah,
he plays a lot of Tarkov. He plays a lot of.
Dude, hold on. I've been wanting to play Tarkov because of the Peanut.
Yeah, it's gotten me wanting to play Tarkov a bit, just a chance of running into him. That'd be funny as fuck. But legitimately, the way he talks to people, you say your prayers to meet your God. I'm coming for you. You know, freaking out.
Witness me!
Witness me. You know, shit like that. Like that is a part of that's not the toxic side, right?
You
He can be
missed.
toxic.
Pussy.
Yeah,
No, that's just him being in character in the game.
yes. But then also there's the aspect of like being toxic. Like you should be. I get people want safe spaces. I do understand that. I will state this to make it the most like the
In the world of the
this.
game, it is fine to talk shit to one another. The problem is that enough gamers don't know how to separate the game from real life. And when these fuckers start coming through and threatening developers' lives, their families, sending SWAT teams to each other's homes because they think it's funny, that is the kind of shit that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
I will say this, and like Chungus is talking about with toxicity, look what happened with the body shield on Black Ops 6. It was supposed to be some fun new mechanic, and now whatever you get,
careful talking about this. I just want to specify: choose your words very carefully for your stream. Remember that you are streaming.
I'll be all right.
Okay. Well.
But you know, the body shield was supposed to be some brand new thing where you could take a guy hostage and you could use him as a shield in order to like take some extra hit points before dying to try to get some more shots off. And people are now kidnapping the enemy, taking him into a dark corner, and doing the pity party to him.
No one's coming to save you.
And then hold on, on top of that, on top of that, if you take somebody hostage, proximity chat then gets engaged. So then you can talk to the person.
You can talk to him, and it's like, I got you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Fucking get off me. Don't touch me there. Don't touch me there. Nah, it's Diddy times. And that's why I state, like, careful what you say.
Poking you back, that ain't a
reason. That's not. Hey, it's a time.
That's all in game, and gamers are gonna be gamers.
Exactly.
But it's like
there was somewhere I was gonna go with this. ADHD kicked in.
Yeah, you're fine. I'll wait. So I don't take you too far off of it.
It's the sterilization of things. You know, we're playing Halo. I shotgun, fireball to the back. He goes down. I step over and I teabag him.
Just back him, baby. That's deserved.
That's just the way games are. Nowadays, you can't do that. That is an actionable offense.
It is
because it's toxic behavior.
That's why you just now since they have emotes in the game, you just emote on top of them. That's what Fortnite taught people to do, and now that's also starting to be like that's a little toxic. You can't really
because now it's toxic. You cannot celebrate defeating somebody because it's considered toxic.
This is what people need to do. Okay,
where we're trying to go with that.
No, it's not.
Understand that when people are on opposite sides of each other, they're going to express that
competitive.
What's the word? Competitive. That's a good word for it.
In order to develop thick skin, I believe gamers should take a 1-week course in Rust.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna say this.
6-month course.
We reopened the Modern Warfare 2 servers. People got to play that for a week straight, and then they can go into chats. That's how that's gonna have to work. Or the old Halo chat rooms, dude. I swear to God, the words I heard as a child for the first time, I was like, it's like playing Skyrim. It's like new shout unlocked. It's like, oh wow, I didn't know that was a word.
So, and most of the worst stuff I have ever heard have come out of children are under the age of 12. And it is just the worst stuff. And the best part of it is when you hear these kids just absolutely unload on you and you're like, listen here, you little shit. But then you hear through your headset in their background, Mom or Dad heard what they said and came running.
You talking about the game like that, you little shit? It's just like, and they get their ass beat or something like that. It's just like, yup, shouldn't have been cussing. You gotta
it's like all of a sudden you just hear in the background.
We do not condone.
No, fuck that. You want to be a little toxic shit and your parents want to put some discipline into you for it? I'm all for that shit.
No, it's like the Die Hard movie, right? You just make them wear a sign saying what they said on there and hating a certain group of people and make them go out in public.
Public shaming is a very effective form of discipline.
It really does work.
You don't want to do it twice.
No!
It was so, like, again, back then, the games, there was no regulation to any type of chats or anything. So the amount of things I heard, like Chungus said, I was like, oh, I could say that.
I'm going to say that at school.
And
I used to, in the Halo 2 online days, I used to throw on the voice modulator just because I thought it was funny. Now, keep in mind that I am 20 years old at this point. And everybody accused me of being a child because I was using the voice modulator. It was funny.
Yeah, because the fucking resolution quality on the mics and everything like that was just not great. So it's all a bit crushed and shit. So
But it was also scrambling my tone of voice, so they couldn't hear what I actually sound like.
Yeah, so it's just like
great. I do miss those days.
Those are the days. Those were the days. You miss those days more. Like I say, you, not you specifically, but people like miss those types of days more because there was less to worry about. And it's that type of thing. Getting older, being SWAT.
You could absolutely ruin somebody's day in Halo, and you know what the worst thing that they could do was they could push the power button.
Oh, that too.
They could get off the game and go do something else. What else?
This is the other thing that I really hate about toxic gamers nowadays is if you, like, let's say you absolutely dog on somebody and you're in a ranked match, they just boot you offline.
Yeah, DDoS and whatnot and fucking doxing.
That's the other thing that I've started to really hate, and it's like I don't want to play multiplayer games anymore because more times than not, if I'm playing against somebody and I win, or I'm like, oh yeah, that was great. You guys, good job. And then they get upset because, they think I'm being toxic, so they boot me offline. And it's like...
Brings you back to the old adage, video games don't make people violent. Lag does.
It does. Oh my God,
it does.
I remember flashbang 5 seconds ago!
So... 45 minutes ago, we started talking about the industry news.
Oh my God, you're right!
And probably got off a topic.
You're so correct.
So I did want to bring up a couple of games that have launched either into early access or just came out this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
RuneScape developers Jagex actually have released a game into early access called RuneScape Dragon Wilds. It is a survival RPG. So it's your standard crafting survival game. Yes. They're building in skills similar to what was available in RuneScape itself. Big addition is you're going to be able to use magic to assist with your gathering skills to help AoE gather. It's early access. I'm seeing a lot of mixed.
Early access. I mean, yeah.
Right. It literally just came out. It's going to be a janky mess for a while.
Yeah.
But as somebody who played RuneScape way back in the day when it was first coming out, I'm okay with that. It costs $30 though, and I'm not necessarily as okay with that. I'll wait for it for a little while.
I was gonna say, depending if that's the full release price, I can see that. That's pretty decent.
Now,
honestly,
don't get me wrong. That would be fine. I'm just not in a position where $30 is available to just blow on something
a game.
I may or may not play right away. So I'll just wait for a little while. The other game I wanted to talk about was Shire.
What is that?
It is the single-player simulated MMORPG.
What's it called again?
Single player.
Shire. ERENSHOR.
Simulated.
It is a fully simulated MMO. You are the only player. Every other player in the game is AI driven. You can party up with them, you can trade with them, you can talk to them. Go through dungeons, do quests and stuff. And none of them actually exist except for you.
Interesting.
But the thing is a lot of people that are playing it are saying that it kind of harkens back to like the early days of World of Warcraft.
This has very positive reviews. It released 4 days ago.
It is extremely positive for
400
being out a whole 4 days.
Like 4 days, and around 500 people have played this game, and they're all basically saying, "Yeah, it's good. This is good."
It's $18 until the 21st, and then it's going to go up to $20. So you get a 10% discount for early adopter, and it does have a free demo, so you could try it before you even cough up the money.
A lot of things I'm seeing with this is that this would be the perfect type of co-op game, where if you and like 3 other buddies, and then it's all simulated. That's what I'm seeing a lot of reviews on. People they can have some co-op with it, and I get that. That's
an MMO for me has always been get some friends and go do something. I've never been the type to want to play with randos, which is why I'm having so much trouble playing in World of Warcraft right now. Is I just my friends aren't there. I don't have people to play with. Something like this would be great, but again, I want to just be like, all right, guys, let's go do something stupid in the game.
Oh yeah.
Which is partially why I'm playing so much Monster Hunter, is because I do have friends that are playing, and almost every night, at least for an hour, somebody's getting on, and we're gonna go. We go and see what kind of trouble we can get in. And we're like, hey, what are you looking for? And they're like, I don't care. I'm just here to hang out. And so like, all right, let's go introduce some abnormally large creatures, the sharp end of our sticks.
All right. Well,
I have one more thing. I know we need to wrap up, but this is something that's actually pretty important to the gaming industry in general. Because it's everything, honestly, not just the gaming industry, this is just the tech industry and overall. Discord is some Discord users are being asked to scan their face or IDs to verify their age group when they attempt to view sensitive content. I would like to also specify this is with the more specifically, this is geared towards individuals within the Australia, UK areas, as it's trying to abide with their age requirement laws.
There were some laws that went into effect recently concerning age requirements and
that expose children to harmful content, which Discord is something that
they classified the typical age gate of enter your birthday as inadequate because they said kids can just lie about it. And we all know that because we all did it. Yeah. So we know better.
Yeah. Which I just,
my camera went half janky.
Oh! I honestly thought you were smirking weird for a second.
No, it's just literally half my image just went to complete.
Okay.
Let's shut that off for a second and turn. No, it's still.
Did not fix it. Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't know.
All right. Well, I guess this is a good time to wrap up then.
Oh Jesus, Lordy.
Like half of me is having an aneurysm.
Yeah, let's not let Crest Rider go full screen so we don't have that nightmare fuel.
No, that's perfect.
I'll just shut off my camera.
Just have that be the thumbnail. All right, thoughts around the Shire. Good episode. Don't really got much going on. I know I've kind of taken a break from streaming. A lot has been happening, and I haven't really been able to sit down and stream. I don't know what I want to stream. I'm kind of taking a break from Minecraft. Might do some Schedule 1. Might start a new world on Schedule 1. But I gotta find me a good single player game to play so I can bring you guys along for it. But other than that, I've got nothing.
Well, I haven't been doing a whole hell of a lot other than, like I said, playing Monster Hunter. Things have been real busy with real life, and it's been cutting a lot into my gaming time. I'm hoping this week will be a little bit more agreeable to having some downtime, but other than that, I don't really have anything going.
All right. So, two things. One, as Zanar has just stated, life has been a bit rough recently. Yesterday was like the only day this week I had legitimately I think 3 hours of some downtime to play game. I played some game for an hour, and then I had to and then I remembered, oh yeah, I have to make sure I have a video ready to upload for it today. Fuck. And so I worked more on getting content done for that. So yeah, it's been a struggle trying to find time to actually, play video games. I love being an adult. It's so great. It's so good. With that being said, I do have a video I'm actually going to be posting. For those of you viewing this live, you can check that out when you look at it. For those of you viewing this Saturday, the link will be let's go. Link will be in this direction. Click here. Click there to watch video. Or maybe I might get fancy with it. Click my face. Click here. Watch the video. It's a good one. All right, that's it. That's all I got. Back to the three of us. Fireball, you want to see
You want to see if the camera's fixed real quick?
I mean, I could try it. Nope.
Nope.
Well, I guess I'll go first. This is half of Zenar Crestrider signing off.
You guys know who I am. I don't want to say my name, but peace out.
What if he just didn't, This is Kaiser Chungus. Jack.